Now this is where it gets a little bit more complicated. Now you have to decide what rule is best to apply first. So all we do in this situation is we multiply the exponents together. So 2 times 3. So we end up getting an answer of 5 to the power of 6. Now, why does this work? Well, if we think about it, if we had 5 squared, this is the same thing as 5 times 5. And if we had 5 to the power of 3, this is the same thing as 5 times 5 times 5. Now, in this situation, we have a power of 3. So what we can do is we can just rewrite 5 squared 3 times. Now we can use the rules that we learned about multiplying expressions with the same base to simplify this. And this allows us to add the exponents together. And we get the same answer of 5 to the power 6. Obviously, once you've done this many times, you won't want to expand the expression like we have here, but it's important to understand where this comes from. 5 times 7 is 35. Another question here, same idea. -4 times 3 is -12. Now, like we said last time, you don't want to leave answers as a negative exponent. So we need to flip this and change it to 1 over x to the 12. Now this is where it gets more complicated and you have to start deciding which rule do I apply first, what's going to make the question the easiest. In this case, I recommend dealing with what's going on inside of the brackets first. X to the power 7 divided by x to the power 4, subtract the exponents. So we're going to get x to the power 3, and now we can just simply multiply the exponents together. And then we want to get rid of the negative exponent, and we get 1 over x to the power 6. Now, similar looking question, but this time the bases are not the same. So we can't simplify the expressions inside the brackets. We need to deal with the exponent outside the bracket. I personally like to deal with the negative sign first. So what the negative sign does is it's going to flip the fraction. Next, we can deal with the squared. What this does is it's going to multiply the exponents of the numerator and denominator by 2. And we get y to the power of 8 divided by x to the power of 14. I would say exponent laws in themselves are not that bad. It's mostly when you start combining them together that it becomes challenging. That's it for this video. Go ahead and do those 2 questions in blue for homework. If you found this video useful, please subscribe.